Meanwhile, Turkey's President Recep Tayyip Erdogan is visiting the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus on the 41st anniversary of the military intervention. Talks have looked more promising in recent years, with the election of politicians on either side of the divide eager to find a solution. Andrew Hopkins reports.
When Turkey sent the military into Cyprus in 1974, the island was in turmoil. There had been years of violence between Greek and Turkish Cypriots, and now there'd been a coup with the aim of annexing Cyprus to Greece.
We are going to the island to bring peace, not war. We will bring peace not only to the Turkish Cypriots, but also to the Greek Cypriots too.
The resulting conflict had turned what had been a coherent island state into a country split down the middle by a demilitarized UN buffer zone. Tens of thousands of people from both sides either fled or were forced from their homes. Hundreds died in the fighting. Peace talks were held soon after, but failed. And ever since, they've continued to fail to find a comprehensive settlement. Because, as the former Turkish Cypriot leader, Rauf Denktaş, said in later years, there was a lot of history to overcome.
Greek Cypriots, by attacking us and throwing us out of the partnership agreement, had destroyed the balance between the two communities.
Tensions grew worse in 1983 when Turkish Cypriots declared independence, creating the Turkish Republic of Northern Cyprus. Turkey is the only country to recognise it. In 2004, a plan by UN Secretary-General Kofi Annan for a federation of two states was rejected in a referendum by Greek Cypriots. Turkish Cypriots voted in favour. But just a week later, Cyprus as a whole officially joined the EU. But the EU doesn't recognise Northern Cyprus, and that's proved to be an obstacle in negotiations. In 2008, a UN barricade was removed by both communities from Ledra, the main shopping street in Nicosia. And negotiations have picked up in recent years, and this year the Turkish Cypriots elected a new president eager for a solution.
This issue remains unresolved in Cyprus and has created a status quo that is not sustainable. It poses serious threats both to our island and to our region's peace and tranquility.
Talks under the supervision of the UN are continuing, but there are still many issues to resolve. How the system of government will work, if Turkey will keep a military presence on Cyprus, and if people displaced by the fighting will have a right to return or compensation. But after several decades of division and mistrust, a solution will need more than just enthusiasm. It requires people willing to make commitments they're prepared to keep. Andrew Hopkins, TRT World.
Hasan Ünal is a professor of international relations at Atılım University in Ankara. And he expects President Erdogan to outline some of Turkey's positions on the Cyprus negotiations during his visit.
The visit basically coincides with the ongoing negotiations on the island between the Turkish Cypriots and the Greek Cypriots. And it seems, according to the leaks to the press, that they have been negotiating less important as well as very important subjects, such as the security for Turkish Cypriots or the overall security system for the island, if it becomes ever unified and what have you. So what President Erdogan is going to say in the island, because I'm sure he's going to deliver a speech and he will probably hold one or two press conferences in which he would be expected to outline Turkey's position, which would basically indicate what Turkey would condone, what it could not, with regard to the negotiations. So it's going to be a very important visit in that sense.